What's going on, guys? Welcome to part 3 of the build series, the final part. Today we're not even building anything. We're just gonna go ahead and throw the plastics on. This garage is a freaking disaster. So first things first, got to get this place cleaned up, aside from whatever tools I do need to put all the plastics together. But you can see I have the phase wire stretched, everything's mounted in there. I got to like wrap all this stuff up and tuck it in. Probably get a little piece of foam to put in between the battery and all the wiring, just so we don't have any heat transfer. But yeah, it is freaking together. Took her for a little rip last night after I finished the video. If you watched part 2 at the end, you saw she's running. I'd crank it over and spin it, but unfortunately I did like a 2-inch lift on the back end, dropping that shock down quite a bit, and it's like standing tall on top of the bucket unless I move it over. So I definitely won't be spinning the wheel right now, but as soon as I get it back together, I will show you how it's running. I got 48 miles per hour on 60 amps last night, which is pretty freaking incredible. I do have some other plans coming in the mail. I have a new fork set up with a triple clamp, and it's another 14-inch wheel with a 15mm axle, and it's got like real pit bike front brakes. So I'm definitely going to need to beef up the braking system, because I added a ton of weight to this thing, and honestly it doesn't stop on a dime like it used to. And the shock tubes are about 2 inches longer, so that'll help even out. Right now it kind of sits pretty high in the back, so it'll help even it out, make it a little bit taller of a bike. And it'll also help with the wheelies. I did try to throw one up, but I need to get the tune dialed in. But yeah, it's kind of diving forward, so it makes it a little bit harder to pull up on it. So once I get the front end installed with the beefier triple tree and the 2-inch taller shocks, should level it out, give it a good seat height. I mean, this thing is basically a whole new bike now. But yeah, that's enough talking for right now. I am going to get this place cleaned up. Tools everywhere, I hate it. And then like I said, I'll put it back together and we'll go for a little rip. Alright guys, we're back. As you can see, garage is nice and tidied up. Of course it never fails. As soon as I'm sweeping everything out, the wind just blows it in. But we got past that. Check it out, guys. Ooh, my goodness, it looks so good. I'm so stoked on it. Just took it for a rip, set it to 80 amps, 10% regen all the way through, and it's running great. Still got a lot to mess with. The throttle control is a little different than the ETM kit, so I'll have to get used to that. I left all that open just in case I need to get in there, but as you can see, I got that piece of foam in between all my wiring just to help insulate any heat. Also, I need to, I don't know if you can see it, but this right above my fingertip is where the old hole for the motor mount went. The chain is rubbing on that, and I need to just cut that off. But it's not a big deal, it's just loud, that's all. The lighting sucks over here. The kickstand I threw back on, it does work, but it needs to be extended. It's just leaned over so hard. But yeah, I'm super freaking stoked. Came out looking freaking amazing. Definitely ready to get a 12-volt light kit so I can take this off and get it all cleaned up even more. Like I said, got shocks coming, front fork, the whole assembly, triple tree and everything. So it's going to help lift it up a little bit more. And I'd imagine the seat height is probably going to be somewhere around 29-30 inches from stock. Probably 30, because I believe once I did the CRF kit, from the stock configuration, it did raise the seat height up like an inch. And then I'm thinking I raised that about 2 inches, and then this will be raised 2 inches. So it'll make it pretty tall. Plus we're gonna have that longer wheelbase. So I think this thing's gonna feel great. And I can get it doing like 60. Eventually I'll swap out the sprocket for something smaller. I do plan on building a battery for it. In the meantime, I'm going to pull out the E and C battery, and I'm going to cut it open and put in a Bluetooth BMS and try to get like 100 amps out of the battery. I believe the BMS that's in it does not have a Bluetooth BMS, and it is limited to 80 amp continuous, 120 peak. So it'd be cool to like mess around with that battery. In the meantime, set it like, 100 amps, 120 continuous. Not permanently, just to kind of feel it and rip around and see what kind of power I can get, especially with the gear ratio I have. 13 front, 65 in the back, 420 sprocket and chain. Beefy as hell, man. This thing sounds crazy going down the road. But yeah, so the build is finally complete. Look how clean that came up. I hate that I have to zip tie the panel on, but do what I gotta do. And you can see, maybe if you can see, it's pretty dark under there, but basically with the shrouds in that panel, air gets scooped up into there and it hits the heat sink on the bottom of the controller. So it works out great for cooling. So I'd say this bike is pretty well set up now. So I was taking it for a rip last night and I got 48 miles per hour. The torque is really good down low. But like I said, it's a work in progress. Big shout out again to Jordan for helping me out. He's going to be helping me dial this thing in a little bit more, get it perfect for doing some wheelies, and we'll be back on the helmet cam tearing down the streets in no time. Yeah guys, let me throw in just a little clip of the I guess the parameter data. It shows like RPM and wattage, all that good stuff. So I'll throw in a little clip of that, and just to let you know beforehand, it's basically just me going up and down the street. So you'll see the RPM doesn't get very high because I run out of road, but you can see the wattage and how many amps it's pulling, and just cool little addition to the video. But yeah guys, I think I'm going to just do a little test trip and put it towards the end of this video. Stoked.
Alright guys, here we are on our maiden voyage. Man, I wish you guys could feel this. This thing just pulls like crazy. Yeah. See if I can get a little top speed out of it. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little build series. I had a ton of fun, other than the crazy heat we've been having, especially today. Good old Florida, after a rainstorm, the humidity is ridiculous. My goodness, just pulls and pulls. Sorry for the banging, I don't have my helmet strapped. Throttle control is very, very twitchy. But like I said, I still got to get with Jordan and gonna mess with the tune and hopefully dial it in a bit. Get past all this traffic real quick. Yeah, we're good to go. Alright, cool deal. I'm gonna stop right here real quick, pull out my cheesy little Speedo app, and let's see how fast we go. Well, last night I hit 48 on 60 amps, so let's see if I get any speed or if I'm just getting there faster with this gear ratio. Alright, we're all set. Throw this in my pocket. Don't worry, one of these days we'll hopefully get that display going, so that way I can read speed, but for now, phone in the pocket. I don't want to come flying off. Yeah, it feels nice and stable. Feel like I could throw it around. Make sure no one comes flying out in front of me. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, 55 miles per hour. I don't know if you guys can see that. If not, I'll throw a screenshot in there. Hell yeah, we gained 7 miles per hour with an extra 20 amps. Getting really close to that 60 mile per hour goal, which I'm freaking stoked for. Now let's see, this is all basically going downhill. Let's see if I can't get 56. And then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. Hopefully the wind noise isn't killing my voice right now. But huge shout out to everybody who's been supportive, everybody who's subscribed. If you're not subscribed, hit that button, help me out. Once I get to 500 subscribers, I can start doing community posts and get a little bit more engaging with you guys. So that'd be really cool. Almost there, about 70 something more subscribers. But yeah, guys, check out this speed, and then I'm gonna call it on this video, end off the build series. And you know, we'll be hitting some wheelies as soon as I get this thing all dialed in. Make sure no one's behind me. Oh, stayed at 55. But yeah, right on, guys. Hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, peace.